welcome back to Tracas of Crisia. Last time you had you were summoned back to your guild for a special assignment. After some negotiations of the terms and how they're going to sort of help you, you ended up accepting the mission, which is to track down and find and kill the six-winged bird that you fought in Velkovi. Or at least encountered, should I say, rather than fought.
We harried.
Yeah.
Hey, Thordas took some hits, still standing.
Just about, yeah.
Instead of retaliate, anger control.
You kind of were given the task kind of via a bounty that the association got, but they've just kind of been directly handed to you. You went to Krint, which is kind of the place that was the closest village to the requester, who turns out to be a farmer who has his farm outside of the village because he feels that it makes his meat better. And I think last we left off, you were basically leaving the apothecary after buying some health potions and getting your tile of a tea. Hrugguhl and Thordas are currently in the center of town, and you haven't met up with them yet. So I will pass it over to you guys.
Or just they're sitting there, just like lightly, just like kicking on like the bollards, just like waiting. He doesn't care what the other guys are doing. He's just waiting for them to return. He wants to throw.
Hrugguhl's just staying to the side in the shadow, but trying to stay out of the way.
All right. Come on, let's go.
Look around, like, where? I had Astra. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Hey guys, you never guess what?
What?
Sebastian has volunteered us. I'm saying us because it's using our combined funds, but has volunteered us into a scavenger hunt.
Well, I don't think that's entirely fair. We are going to buy the potions anyway. It is kind of just a bonus on top.
More like a
So what
scam.
creature are we hunting?
It's tiles.
What does
Bring
that
out my
creature
team.
do?
The creature is commerce and capitalism.
That sounds like a tough opponent.
It is.
How do we defeat it?
Well, Sebastian has gone one way, and I would go the other. But
So flanking it.
no, Sebastian has gone
Why
with
the
the
overthrows?
pay route, and I would go down the don't give a shit route.
Okay, buy the overthrows, just to put this out there. It is simply a bonus on top of us buying potions as we regularly would do.
Yes, but it's going. You have to go to everyone. We're not gonna have to purchase something in everyone. We're not gonna necessarily want to go to every.
If we go to them and we get the tile, great. If we don't go to them and we don't get the tile, okay. It is just an added bonus, and perhaps, maybe, we find them all. Who knows?
It's not a very good bonus. This is a
I don't
team
like this
with
monster.
S.
Hrugguhl, I don't think you get the point. Although, the day that we find Sinstein, or whatever the name is going to be fun.
Let's go.
Thordas looks physically and emotionally hurt, just trying to comprehend. Why?
Thordas, don't worry about it. It is like if you go into a shop and they give you a free badge after buying something of their product.
Is there anything else we need?
I just need to collect my pearl, and then we can go.
Let's do that. Let's get out of here.
Yep. I think we said you can kind of get your pearl without much of an issue. You were to get it from the Tracker Emporium.
Why are we being followed by an owl?
That's Rizal, isn't it?
It's my owl, yeah.
She's beautiful.
Thanks. You
You
may
end
call
up-
her Faye.
Faye. Lovely name.
That's so good.
So good.
Kudos, Matt. Kudos.
You arrive at the Tracker Emporium called Underbelly. When you go in here, the thing that sort of becomes apparent very quickly is, aside from like the usual things these guys sell, but they actually sell fresh meat, fruit, and vegetables, sort of on the left-hand side of the wall. So it's like the sort of produce side of it, as well as obviously all the other things that you normally sort of see in here. And behind the desk or counter, you've got a male dwarf. Oh, welcome. What do you fancy? Anything catch your eye?
We are the Seeds of Crisia, and I have put in an order at headquarters for a pearl. My name is Sebastian Snake.
Yes. He'll sort of reach around under his desk, and on the counter he'll put a small pearl. Here you go.
Yep. This will look nicely. Put it in a pouch.
Oh, fantastic. Glad to be of service. Can I interest you in any of our wares?
Is it just meat, and is it just food?
No, so that's the one side, but then on the other side they do their usual, like what they normally sell, so the randomized thing.
Oh.
So what you find?
Quick browse.
Quick browse, yep. So let me copy and paste this. So you've got it.
How much slab of this meat?
Of the
I
meat.
think Agata already bought some, didn't she?
Yeah, she
Oh, did Agata already buy it? Okay,
This is-
I
yeah,
was
she
already
got some
buying it.
pork.
Yeah, she
Right.
got hers cooked
In
because
Astra.
this stuff's raw. So,
Okay.
so they have a climber's kit, which contains some sort of boot tips, gloves, pitons, harnesses, so which you can obviously use to scale something. A flask of alchemist's fire, which when thrown will deal some damage and they'll start burning. Don't know what that really means, but they do. A arcane focus in the shape of a quarterstaff, a net, a druidic focus in the shape of a yew wand, something called Rod of the Pact Keeper, which doesn't really help many of you because it's a warlock thing, and then things that are way out of your budget. Well, actually, even this Rod, the thing was the other part, but they have a spell guard shield, which when you hold it gives you advantage against saves, spell saves and stuff like that, and spell attacks are disadvantage against you, and a +2 armor, which is ring mail, which basically grants another 2 AC on top of what it normally does.
How much is the alchemist's fire?
50 gold. Very handy if you want to go set something alight.
I lead into Astra, the leader. Do we have that?
I think last you checked, you're like 16 or something. If I remember correctly.
Okay, we could, if you're happy walking to the next place we go to, regardless of where it is.
We've got to travel back to the... Right?
Yep.
Do we know how much this bounty is going to spare us?
Not enough.
Not enough.
I think the bounty itself was 30 gold, and you're going to get an extra 200 from the trackers.
And we've already spent a decent amount knowing that we could potentially
Oh
get
yeah,
200
we've already blown the 200 advance.
Yeah, with the
budget.
health potions alone.
Yeah.
See. I just kind of feel like, and at this point I'm just like whispering to Astra in front of this dude, so I don't know how he feels about that. I just kind of feel like, this alchemical fire could be quite good against something that's cold winged.
I go up and whisper to both of you. Would either of you want to distract him?
Oh, see, now...
No, we're not doing that.
I'm not doing... No, we are not doing it. There is a responsibility.
Hrugguhl shrugs and goes back.
Look. If we let's take it to a vote. Let's take it to everybody. Are we happy to walk to the next town after this bounty, So we finish this bounty, we go back to HQ, we then pick up the new bounty, and then we have to then walk to the next place. We won't have enough to cover us for horses.
I'm gonna make it even fair, Sebastian. You will not be able to ride my shoulder when we walk.
I don't really want to be walking all that way.
I just look at the clothes on me. I'm just like,
How about the trade?
Oh yeah. What do you have in mind?
These clothes I wear are clothes of mending.
Oh. Okay.
How much off the alchemical fire if I were to give you these clothes?
About 25 gold.
Taking the clothes off of his own back for 25 gold discount.
I mean, they're magical, so yeah.
50% discount.
Well then, do you have a back room?
Wait. Let me ask a question about this flat. If we have to wait a minute. Is this like a one-use thing? Is this like a forever thing?
I mean, once you throw it, it's done, right? You throw it, it bursts into flames.
Amigo, my clothes merely fix themselves. An advantage in the next fight is worth far more.
I mean, have you seen the actual effect on this? It's 1d4
like
fire damage.
1d4, and they got to pass a dex save, and you're talking about a big bird.
I'm not sure it's worth it, boy.
I don't even think start burning actually does anything. There's no like mechanic for burning. So
We don't even know anything.
Objects burn, but
oh, do they? So yeah, the bird will just basically take 1d4 fire damage. So you might
I
do.
thought creatures burn too.
I don't, but I don't think they do. There's no like thing for it. Like it doesn't.
let's take a look at what.
We don't even know very much about our kin. We
We
may
know
not
it
even
does
do very much.
Yeah, we know it does cold. We don't know if it.
Precisely, we don't know
if it's
what
weak
if
to fire.
Yeah, we don't know that.
or it could even be strong to it.
That's also true.
It's not
Burning hazard. A burning creature object takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. As an action, you can extinguish fire on yourself by giving yourself the prone condition and rolling on the ground. The fire also goes out if doused, submerged, or suffocated.
So yes, it will take damage every turn. But yeah, 1d4. Yeah, I've just seen that as well. But
24 every turn is still possibly okay. Maybe.
Plus the action to use it.
yeah, they would have. They would have to waste an action to put out the flames. Potentially, but obviously depends on how much fire does anything. You don't know.
I will leave it to the crew. If you do not think it is worth it, I will not bother. But I am happy to release these clothes from my being for the discount.
I would say it's relatively small potatoes for someone we don't know would actually help.
Agreed. As funny as it would be to watch you walk naked around.
I have spare clothes. I would not give the clothes off my back without spare clothes. I have a disguise kit. I have an elven shirt. I have the clothes I wore previously.
Yeah, so you got your common clothes from before. You know this. So yeah.
They have not gone anywhere. I have a backpack.
I appreciate the willingness to sacrifice, Sebastian. We're gonna need that for this fight, no doubt.
Why do I have a bad feeling that I am going to be bait again?
That's
No.
Thordas is the
Too
bait
small.
this time.
Oh yes, of course, Thordas is the bait.
But think
I
keep
would
that
like
in
to
mind.
face the giant bird.
Okay, so we got your pearl, nothing else.
No, that's fair enough. Well, I'll see you next time. Don't be strangers.
Oh, I got
Okay.
one question for you. Wait, before we go.
Oh,
Do you know if... Have you heard of the tile thing that the apothecaries do?
you know what? Yeah. I've heard of that. Hmm.
Do you know if other trackers pick up tiles, and if so, we're willing to trade them? Or they have like a, they just donate them somewhere, like they pick up a tile and go, oh, I don't need this, I'll give it off.
Yeah.
I got 6 S's. Who's got some X? I need an X.
Yeah. Interesting. From what? Well, not many of them really talk about it, but I would imagine the ones who do it are probably the ones who want the sword.
Sure.
So,
It is a very nice sword.
oh well, I've heard. Yes, I've not really seen it myself, but I've heard things about it. People come in here and talk about it sometimes. But yeah, from my knowledge, the ones that generally talk about it and are excited about it are the ones who kind of want the thing.
And how long do you think have they been trying to find all the tiles?
Well, from the ones I've heard about, they kind of just passively do it. It's a lot of effort to go everywhere, you see.
Well, yeah, but as a tracker, you're going everywhere. So anyway, but do you know how far progressed they are?
No,
No.
not clue. But you have to also remember that some trackers, a lot of trackers are different. You know, some don't really actually venture out much into the realm. They kind of stay in their own little pocket because they don't want to spend the money for the track away and travel and everything.
Oh, it's
So you'll find-
expensive to travel, or is it somewhere the other realms? That's very good to know.
Well, the track away, obviously. But anyway, so some of them, some people just kind of operate locally, or don't even bother. They just do every now and again. They do, or stuff like that doesn't interest them.
I imagine some groups spend their time doing the job they're meant to do, not hunting for scraps.
There are definitely some like that as well. Yes.
And there are some who are doing it passively while they are passing through, which makes perfect sense, don't you think?
But they have to go
guess-
everywhere for that to have the case, and it's expensive to get everywhere.
But if they are going there anyway,
Yeah. I imagine. I mean, I don't keep tabs on that kind of thing, obviously. But
lo siento, amigo. We are dragging you into a personal discussion.
oh, I see. That wouldn't be the first.
Well, that's good.
What is your name,
good
by
to
the
know.
way?
Nah, my name is Gihis.
Gees?
Gihis.
Like the spell.
No, that's Gaius. Geehis. Geehis.
Right. Gees.
Must not meet many dwarves.
I only know this one.
I think Thordas will just head out and then pretty much just use this device to tell Astra that he'll meet them by the exit of the village or the city, whatever this is.
Hrugguhl will go with you.
Can I walk and ritually cast Identify?
Sure. Yeah, because it's.
Agata, I would like to check your meat.
You are?
The meat you cooked.
Oh, I didn't cook it. I got it from the shop like that.
The meat that is cooked. The cooked meat from here.
Yeah.
I would like to identify it.
Okay, dokie.
Comprende. So I fully understand it.
Okay.
Because I want to know if Sturg, the person we are meeting, is
Oh.
correct.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Yep.
I'm going to take the pearl, first cup it in my hands like this, and then I'm going to start rolling it round in my hands. And then when I let go, it continues to spin and then starts orbiting round the meat as I'm just muttering some words underneath my breath. And then suddenly, it just stops, fires back into my hand, and I know what the thing is.
Yeah.
Or any magic affecting the thing, or any effects on the item, as per the identify spell. And when it lands in my hand and I clasp it back close, I go,
Yeah, yo comprende.
It's interesting, actually, that you talk about magic that's afflicting it, because there is quite a lot of magical residue on it. Can you roll me Arcana?
certainly can,
I
sir.
want to see if you can understand what its thing is telling you.
the exact line is you learn whether any ongoing spells
True,
are
but
affecting the item and what they are.
But then it's saying what those are. If you don't understand what that, if it just spits out words at you, you're not going to know.
I know
what
the
necessarily-
words. I just
Right.
don't. I just don't know what the magical might be. I would understand this spell is affecting it, but I don't know what that spell.
Well,
is.
there's not a spell affecting it. Direct. There's no like spell from the spell book affecting it. Right. I'll just explain it, and then you can decide
21.
whether what you've noticed in a lot of settlements and taverns and stuff is when they're cooking meat, they use like a special device called a hot box. And basically what this does is it functions like a microwave oven,
Oh no.
which uses sort of magic to heat up the food. So they don't have to spend ages cooking it on a grill or whatever. So by the very nature of that, you kind of have like an ongoing like faint hum of magic. It's never enough to hurt anybody. Like it will never affect anybody in any way. But obviously there is like that there. And because of it, it's hard to like then pick up on anything else. Like it's all just like static noise, the kind of
Right,
things like
everything
it's
else is just.
it's
that-
kind of like
that
low
noise.
hums, and so it's hard to like distinguish necessarily that over anything else that's affecting it. I mean, you know that nothing major is affecting it because, like I said, if there was like a full-blown spell on this thing, then obviously yeah, you'd pick it up. It'd be a massive noise over the whispers, but it's very hard to be like, well, magic is affecting it, just very low key. It's almost unperceivable, you know. It's like trying to count how many flies are on the rotten banana.
Right. Got you.
17.
Can I gauge if it's cold at this point, or
I mean,
it's still
you've
hot.
only just got it, I think, so it's still fairly warm.
still hot?
Yeah, because you haven't been
Agata,
that
let me
long.
know when it gets cold. I'll warm it back up for you.
Okay. Just don't do anything weird.
I'm just going to warm it back up for you. That is all I'm going to do.
Okay. So, Hrugguhl and Thordas are waiting at the entrance. Are you going to join them, or is there anything else you guys want to do?
Good to go.
As we start to walk, Hrugguhl's going to start ritual casting Speak with Animals.
Okay, and so what are you going to... Is there a particular animal that you want to use it on, or just anything you find?
There's a particular animal I want to use it on. It's flying around us at the moment.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So good.
Okay.
I don't know if this will work, but he's going to try.
Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't do that. Is there a range on it?
I think it's on me. I think the spell's action is on me. Let me double check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
just
okay,
have
so
the
yeah,
ability
yeah,
to
it-
speak with animals.
Yeah, so you basically become Dr. Dolittle for 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is interesting because this says it has to be a beast.
Yeah, fair.
Technically,
My familiar is a
yours...
beast.
Fae. Is it? Are they not Fae?
Well, they're.
'Cause I thought they were
Hrugguhl will
considered...
try
It's
either
a,
way.
it's a face spirit.
in
but
a
as a
beast's
beast.
body.
Yeah, it's become it's technically a beast for identification.
No. So here you go. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range, the familiar has the characteristics of the chosen form, though it is a celestial, fae, or fiend, your choice, instead of a beast. So it says it
Oh, okay.
specifically in the Find Familiar spell. So I'm assuming, considering what
Yeah.
you've named this creature, it's a fae.
It has to be.
So
anyway.
does it?
For druid, yeah.
Okay, fine. So yeah, you try to communicate, you do this thing, and you try to talk to the owl. Nothing. It doesn't seem to work.
But the owl speaks
It
to
doesn't
me.
seem
It's
to-
like, what the fuck is the guy talking to me about?
Well, okay, well, this is the thing. Actually, I suppose you wouldn't know. So basically, you try talking to this thing, and it just blanks you. So you can take that as you will. So
Astra from this thing.
I
Just
mean,
goes,
we're all
what is
together.
this guy saying hoot 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 tweet tweet to me? Like, what the fuck?
Is there any way that Hrugguhl would know? Would Hrugguhl know it was suspect it was a Fae, perhaps? Or would he not have no idea?
You would have seen Astra cast it.
But then
Fair.
unless you
Conjure it.
knew that kind of magic, though. I mean, I think again, I would probably go down to an Arcana check for you to really understand druidic magic, because you would never have been trained on it.
No.
Well,
you
you're
know
both
the
nature
concepts
magics,
of familiars.
I don't think you have the spell that. No, you don't have the spell or anything.
I don't
so-
get. I don't have the spell from familiar.
No, but
And
aren't
that-
you? I would say
familiars
Yeah,
aren't
I
a
rolled-
unknown concept though. Like summoning creatures
Mhm.
for your benefit. Like
Yeah.
That is a.
I know, but it depends if
I
you've
got-
ever learnt it.
I rolled a 3 and gained a 1, so
I
4.
don't- I just-
So no.
I don't think you'll just. I just think you only
Fair.
won't know.
Well, I'll decide it's rude and move on.
so. Druidic
That owl
magic
does not give a hoot.
is nature magic, and ranger magic is nature magic. So there is some kindredness there, definitely.
You know your
I got
companion, but
spells.
but he doesn't know your. You don't know your companion thing, right? Yeah. Did your companion?
Hrugguhl doesn't know that.
No, you don't know that yet. So I don't know if that is a fae or a beast or whatever. Because you could almost use that, but because you don't
Yeah.
know that ability,
Yeah,
I
Hrugguhl.
would I still say you don't have that
Fair
kind
enough.
of level of knowledge yet.
Okay.
You haven't advanced that far into your ranger studies,
Okay.
you know. But
I
ranger
really like the
studies.
idea of like there being a desk with like twigs on top, being like, this is
Yeah.
a trap.
Right, I know Arthur, hasn't moved you across yet. You might have to reload your thing, but I've put you in the world map. So, the realm map. So you enter, you come out of Krint, you sort of circle around to the top. So yeah, so basically, all you were told is north. Which one
Is
is it?
there a road?
No, reading north. You can see here, there are sort of more clearly defined paths going sort of east and west. When you start, if you guys go, you start going north, you see like a bit of a clearing, and then eventually you end up getting into forest.
Hrugguhl's just gonna keep heading north.
I can send Faye to do some scouting around.
Yep. How far forward do you send Faye?
Well, it'll be about it'll be up more, I guess, to try
Yeah.
and take a peek.
Can you? Yep. Can you roll me a perception check then for Faye? Which I think is advantage on, doesn't it?
No, I just they have a passive perception of 15.
Yeah. I mean, still just roll it.
Even hawks don't get in the new rules don't get advantage. They just get
Oh,
more.
wow.
That is a 10.
It's quite hard to see through all the thick trees.
But a farm.
You can kind of.
You see.
You can. It looks like.
Farms are very
Okay.
standard.
I
like,
think they
you
will
have-
see a build. They will see a building. Okay, we'll give them that. They'll see a building, and that the building will be about here.
It's definitely north.
How do you know?
That's what Fate did. You check.
Yes, the bird checked, Hrugguhl. It is obvious.
The owl check.
It is a type of bird.
Yes, but you could be more specific.
I could also be less specific.
Faye has a name.
Exactly. She's Fate.
Say thank you, Faye. I'm staring at Sebastian.
I step back at Hrugguhl.
I'm gonna keep at this. I'm blinking.
We're gonna stand there for a few minutes, and then I'm just gonna blink.
North it is.
Yeah, Thordas is already not walking. He trusts whatever the feathery thing is in the air. So,
I guess we just follow the bird.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, you follow this thing north. Who is in front?
Definitely not me.
Yeah,
Hrugguhl wouldn't
Thordas
mind.
will be in front. Right.
Yeah, probably Thordas, actually, yeah.
Thordas, say. Okay. So you're walking along. You get to about here. You can kind of almost see it in the distance. And as you're walking, your foot, the ground clicks. You hear like you step, and it's like, click.
Hrugguhl steps back.
Can you? Because I think it does give you a check. Yes. Can you roll me a dex saving throw?
Get advantage.
What's the range on this? Do any of us have to roll it, or are we
No.
good?
You only Thordas has to roll this one.
So far.
Even with advantage, that's 11.
Oh,
Ooh.
wait. Can I cast my reaction,
Lea del Destino.
aka
Is it-
Silvery Barbs?
He already has advantage.
Well, no, it makes me re-roll it and take that
Oh, wait,
result.
is it?
I don't know how. I've forgotten how Sword Build works.
I thought I could do it on. No, wait. To encouragement for another creature. Oh, wait. No, hold on.
Creatures, though.
Distract the triggering creature. Oh, you'd have to be the triggering creature. Never mind.
Yeah, because it's him technically triggering.
Yeah.
Thing.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope. That's on me. Nope. I
Nope,
can't help
that's
you.
fine.
All right.
Bardic Inspiration
So-
is too late.
So you hear it, but you're just not fast enough to step away, move back enough when a hunting trap clamps itself onto your leg,
I am a
shit,
gummy bear.
fun.
Gummy bitch.
and you take. Oh, luckily you only take 1 damage from that, 1 piercing damage, but your speed is reduced to 0 while this thing is you're stuck basically.
Hrugguhl's going to look around to see if anything's watching us.
You have a roll perception.
12.
See a squirrel looking at you. Chuckles to itself and scurries away.
Squirrel.
As I just pretty much try and break the
You can
hunting
speak
trap
with
open.
animals with that squirrel, but like while you're looking around, I'm just gonna whack you on the side of the leg and just be like,
Hrugguhl, stop looking around. Help Thordas out of the trap.
Thordas is already trying to rip it open.
Yep. So
I'll
roll
try and help.
roll athletics then with advantage.
And a helpful subroutine.
Okay, so that was an actual 20. That makes it 27. I'll add the D4. Let's see if I can get
If
a
it's a nat
30.
20, I mean, if it's a nat 20, it's fine.
Yeah.
Nat
so
20,
total
nat
29.
20, you rip it and the whole thing just breaks apart. You just like sever both sides away from the central trap, and the whole thing just crumbles in your hand.
Okay,
Hrugguhl's
never mind. He's good.
Shot. Impressive.
Punching traps here.
Good
Great
spot.
eyes, Thordas. Thank you. Hrugguhl, maybe you should look ahead.
Maybe. Hrugguhl's going to keep a strong eye out for traps.
How
Right,
big
then.
was that hunting trap before I
Enough for
ripped
a
it
bear.
up? Enough for okay.
You know those
Yeah.
bear traps that we got before?
Actually, no, sorry, not bear, deer. I will go because bear trap's a separate thing. Don't worry.
One crit did 1 damage.
Right then, Hrugguhl, can you roll me a perception check? And I assume now that means you're in front.
With a helpful
Yeah.
subroutine.
With a helpful subroutine, thank you.
And with the keen eyes of an eagle, you will find every trap that is before you.
and I give you a bardic inspiration as the eagle soars around your shoulders.
So
You cannot
before
speak
only
to
works
this
that-
bird either.
But that only works for 1 check, right? Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
It's not every check.
Well, no, it's only 1
If-
check
if I
if he
fail.
fails.
If he fails. Bang. Right.
14
That's a fail. Do you want to add
plus
your...
the 6. It's D6, isn't it?
D6.
16?
You see...
Unloaded.
You see between 2 trees a tripwire.
Stop. I put my fist up and I pointed out to the others.
I thought everyone had to put their hand up or something. What?
You're fine, Thordas. You don't need to do that.
I'm gonna go down to like the tripwire level.
Mhm.
If I follow the wire, what's it connected to?
Perception or survival, I'll give you. Or investigation. No.
I'm also looking.
Perception and survival, not so much investigation for this one. So perception or survival.
Oh damn! I had a
Okay.
+3 in investigation.
Do I get a roll as well? Or?
If you're looking, yeah.
I'm looking. 25.
Yeah. So you see, it's
Paul,
connected
I'm
to.
glad you're looking.
So Sebastian, you have no idea. It kind of gets just lost in the
Just
grass.
see a pretty butterfly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Hrugguhl, you see that it's connected to a crossbow in a sort of neighboring tree, aiming at that spot. So if you had tripped this, you most likely would have got shot by a crossbow.
I point at it out to the others.
Guys, look at this butterfly. It has beautiful colors. What? Oh, shit.
I look around. Are there any other squirrels around?
Not right now.
Any other? No, there's no particular creatures around. Okay.
There is this butterfly.
There's a butterfly, but I don't even think you'd be able to hear it. I don't think it was capable of any of that. So a bit too small to hear it talk, even if it was.
I can listen very carefully.
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Ask the DM to talk to a
Yeah.
butterfly.
Yeah. No. Okay.
This guy is very defensive. I like him.
So what do we do? Trip the wire, but out of the way?
No. Step over
Right. We step
carefully.
over. Makes absolute sense.
I guess this is
Preferably,
how he keeps the corrupted at bay.
That would be the assumption.
You go forward, Sebastian.
Yes, I will go forward.
I try to find the wire again, very aware I'm easily distracted. So I am
I'm
as
sure so.
laser focused as I could be.
Oh, we can trip it
After
under
we
control, right? As well.
we could, but I would like to let this man keep his traps, if at all possible.
So yeah. So you carry on. As you move along, you do actually see a hole in the ground, a massive hole. Seems to be some kind of pit.
Hrugguhl's going to do the stupid thing and look in the pit. Carefully. Approaching it very carefully and slowly.
Yep. So when you look down the pit, you see a sort of thin and spiny, sort of black humanoid type creature with sort of, well, their eyes have gone sort of rolled back white. It's got sort of white needle teeth, and it's sort of covered in sort of spiky bristles. It looks like it's fallen down this pit and most likely broke its neck on impact.
Oh,
Does it definitely look dead?
It looks pretty dead.
Can I throw a rock at it to just check
Yeah.
it's dead?
Yeah, you
Throw a
can.
rock at it.
You'll throw the rock. It doesn't.
Oh, in my sling.
That's fine.
Use the damn thing.
Yeah. It's yeah. Obviously, you made contact. I'm not gonna make you roll for it, and it doesn't move.
at least we know his traps are effective.
You carrying on?
Wow,
Yep.
is Faye helping with
So you
Yeah,
obviously
please.
have to. I just assumed she was still above the tree line.
we know
are
where
you
we're
bringing her-
going now, so
Okay.
so
Yeah,
she
you can get her closer to you. I mean,
can
she
scout. Like,
she will definitely see sort of other set off traps, shall we say? Because she's obviously swooping around, right? She's not going around looking for the triggers and stuff, but
I
You
can
know,
tell
so
her
you'll
to.
s-
So
yeah, so you'll see that there's like certain creatures that are in similar sort of massive. So the trap that got Thordas, you can see some where they've got like a very similar trap but way bigger and way hardier. Bunch that are being just shot by crossbow bolts, pits, some trapped in nets. There's a pretty wide array of like things just being caught, like almost like circling around this building. This guy's fortified. Who's keep an eye out for traps still, Hrugguhl?
Yeah, Hrugguhl will let Sebastian lead for like 5 steps and then. I was joking, I can do it.
Thank the overthrowers. Go ahead.
All right then. Go on then. Can you roll me another perception check then?
with advantage because of the general help from the owl and everyone else,
Sure.
Ooh,
and the helpful
better.
subroutine.
And this helpful subroutine. Keep on getting 4s from that helpful subroutine. Very useful subroutine. 28.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. You actually see a few you see almost like a line of what kind of like the hunting traps that you had before, but way bigger. Like these ones you can, like if the other ones are made to catch a deer, these are designed to catch a bear. They're way bigger, way tougher. So yeah, and obviously concealed. Obviously, that's why you don't find them. But yeah, you see basically a whole line and sort of like minefield of like bear traps, essentially. Obviously, you spotting them and them with such a high roll, you are also then able to find and navigate a path, slinking through them. Yeah, without much of a problem.
Impressive.
Yeah.
How close are we to the house at this point? Are we close?
You're getting pretty close. Yeah, you can see the color of it. You know, you can see the window, not into the window, but you know, you can see it. You can kind of see it in your vision. Can you roll me one more perception check?
Still with advantage?
Let's see if yeah.
And it helps.
See if I can get you with the
Oh.
last. See if I can get you with the last one.
Nat 20 on the last one.
You find another. You find another tripwire. But as you sort of see this one, you notice that it's attached to a net that's laid on the floor. So if you would trip this wire, chances are you'd have been caught in a net with probably Sebastian if he's next to you.
That would have been horrifying.
Oh no! There's no traps here. Step.
Yeah, could you imagine?
I thought you said it could be attached to a bazooka and then just explode.
Oh, that'd be funny. That would be funny. I'm not that mean. There are some.
Everybody apart from Sebastian lets him walk into it. No.
I thought I'd go for the more lower level traps rather than the higher level traps. Just you know.
Don't worry. Once we're level 20, they're gonna have a
spike
nuke
pit.
planted
I wasn't going to
somewhere.
put a spike pit in here, you know, because I thought that'd be a bit harsh, just in case any of you failed. But no, yeah, you managed to actually get through all of that, and you're now where the building is. This house is.
Hrugguhl lets out a breath when he thinks he's safe.
Want me
Put
not
too
to?
many trap cards down.
Hello there. Hello.
Hola, Mr. Senora.
Well, you haven't seen. Yeah, you haven't seen anybody. No one sort of responded to you, but you can kind of see, like this place is actually a farm, and as you sort of got told, he's got a couple of fenced-off areas where he's got, you know, sheep, he's got cows, he's got goats.
I'm going to a cow.
Chickens. You're going to a cow? Yeah, there's a cow.
Aye.
Is it still on? How long did your thing last?
It's an hour, but I can recast it if not.
It's 10 minutes, your thing. Oh, so you're going to keep ritual casting?
I thought
Okay.
it was 10 minutes to cast.
No, it's like 1 minute. It's
duration.
1 minute to cast. It's 10 minutes duration. So I'll recast.
It's one action to cast.
I'll recast as I start
But
approaching.
it's 10 minutes because of it's a ritual. You're doing it ritually. Last 10
yeah.
minutes. So you could
1
talk to
minute
the
isn't it,
cow.
when you do a ritual spell.
Speak with animals is.
It's 1 minute to cast the ritual spell, though, right? Or is it 10
No,
minutes?
it's 10 minutes additional.
Yeah, plus the casting time. So technically,
Okay.
it's 10 minutes and 6 seconds for you, but yeah.
So who's counting?
Yeah. Right. So you talk to the cow. Oh, wait, mate. What's up?
Brilliant to talk to you today. I was wondering if you have seen any people around.
Oh, yeah. Our person man. He's
Person man.
inside. Person man. Yes.
What's person man like?
Oh, he's alright. He feeds us, isn't it?
Good stuff.
Come on, bruv. Gives us all this hay, man.
Yeah.
Good food, treats you well.
Oh, it's banging.
Seems all right, I say to the others.
And then every now and again, he just fills me up. It's good times.
Good times. Seen anything strange around recently?
Oh yeah, mate. Got this winged thing coming in, stealing all my mates. No, it's
Stealing
not
your
pretty.
mates?
Yeah,
Not
it's not. It ain't pretty. I'll tell you that much.
When did you last see it?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to tell, you know. Sun's up, sun's down.
You came to the wrong ends, mate.
Oh.
If you
Thank
go
you.
and talk to the sheep, they'll say he's a bad motherfucker.
Hey, don't take my jokes.
That dude was moving crazy.
Thank you very much for the help.
No problem. Anytime.
I give a nod and head back to the others.
Okay.
So the bird eats cows. Good to know.
His mates.
Yeah, tell the
Mate,
others. Owner sounds like a treat somewhere at least. Always a good sign. For a
actually,
person.
that's a good specification question. Does it always take the cows and leave, or eat the cows where it lands?
Good question. Hey.
Back again. You can stay away, man.
Oh, it's too magnetic. You said this bird.
Yeah.
It's taken your friends. It's taken them away alive, or
Yeah. Yeah, he come he guy like swings in, and then he guy grabs it, and then he just like fucks off.
always cows.
Oh no. Sometimes it takes those horny buggers. Sometimes the fluffy ones as well.
They are very fluffy, in fairness. Thank you for the help. I
No
go
worries.
tell Sebastian.
Want some mate?
Yeah, go on.
Nice. It like pushes some hay over to the other side.
He'll graciously take them. He'll put a
Good
bit.
shit. It's good shit.
He'll put a bit in mouth, have a bit of this. Is it good shit?
It tastes like hay.
Hrugguhl would have had hay before. Does it taste like good hay?
Really?
So you eat what you need to eat when you're in the wilds, you know?
I mean, it just tastes like hay, So.
Peppery.
Oh. I get an oaky taste from myself, mate.
Very nice, very nice.
While this is all happening, Thordas is just gonna go to the door and knock. All we hear is hearing is Hrugguhl going, moo, moo, moo. It's like,
Man, if one of us was a minotaur right now, this would be fucking hilarious. Just putting that out there.
Oh, that would have been a very fun conversation. I would have very looked
I
forward to
don't
that
know if
conversation.
Minotaur would have been offended, but yeah, Thordas decided to the building and knocking on the door.
Yes.
So you knock on the door. Who is it?
We are trackers here to do this bounty that you posted.
Nice.
Seeds of Crisia. Tell them my name.
No.
Thordas,
Right.
Thordas,
So
we have a brand to build.
the door opens,
Brand.
and you are greeted by a sort of somewhat old-looking-ish, like middle-aged, half-orc. He sort of looks you up and down, goes, very good. Is it just you?
I would sort of step aside and then point towards the group, and then they're talking to a cow. I don't know what they're doing.
The fuck's he doing to my cow?
He's just having a small chat. Just a bit of communication.
Trust me, I have no idea what they're doing.
I look up, some hay comes out my mouth.
Fucking, this is what they send me. Well, can you all
Trust
get
me,
in?
we're normally
and
quite
get away
smarter than this.
We'll see, I guess. Can you all come in? Get away from our fucking cows.
They do what?
Come out.
Hrugguhl, I think you have outstayed the welcome of communication.
I leave the cow. Speech.
It's Sebastian. If the first bounty knows Hrugguhl's gonna get hated on.
Yeah. Taking it in turns.
Got a running theme. One person has to get despised by the person that's got
Yeah.
the bounty. Each bounty.
Look, within the Seeds of Crisia, we're gonna grow in personality. At least one of us is gonna grow into hating us.
So yeah, he'll bring you inside. Right. So, this big bird keeps coming and taking my livestock. So, this isn't a new thing. It's been happening for for a number of years. But before, it may became like once a year. Took like one of my sheep and then disappeared. Didn't come back for another year. To be fair, it's fine. You usually lose one to illness anyway. So, didn't really bother. But it's been coming more recently, more often. And it's had this weird black and gold mask it didn't have before.
How
There goes my
how
question.
recently? Like in the last month? 2 months? 3?
About a week or two.
Week or two. Great. How often is it coming? Every day?
It's about a week, yeah,
Every
about a week or
couple
so
days?
ago. It's coming about every other day.
When was the last time it was here?
Yesterday.
So tomorrow.
No, I tried to mitigate it by putting all my stuff inside, so only one is out. Because then I can control at least.
Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing is, if I hide them all, it'll break my barn.
Yeah.
So it's only ever taking one.
Then it
It's
disappears.
consistent every other day, precisely.
So far, for the last week and a bit. But at this rate, I'm gonna have nothing left. I needed someone dealing with it.
Which way? Does it always fly the same direction, or does it go different directions?
Or same one. Well, recently the same one. It heads off kind of that way, and he's sort of pointing towards the northeast direction. But last time I was ready for the fucker. I got my woodcutter's axe and planted it in him, and then he scarpered off. Like, pretty much like immediately. He didn't like that one, I tell you.
Wait,
Didn't
so
take.
he didn't get a creature. You attacked him and he fucked off.
No, well, I had to bait him with one of my goats. When he came for the goat, I hid, snuck. Once he grabbed it, came out, whacked it with my axe, planted it right in him, and he hated that. And he flew a lot faster that day.
So he did not stay around to fight.
Nah.
It's going
But he's
to
still
be
got my
difficult.
axe in him. So, I reckon he didn't go far, if he's got my axe in him.
Whereabouts did you get the axe in? The leg? A wing?
Yeah, kind of like, I don't know, hip-ish.
Where
I
was
know.
it when you hit it?
I fucking know birds. What?
Where was it when you hit it? Points to the side. What location?
Where my goats are.
Can
Obviously.
you show us the exact spot?
Sure, but no fucking talking to my goats.
As you wish. Your store.
Alright.
Those name are LeBron James, Ronaldo, Messi, Pele,
Sorry.
and then
Yep.
we've got the GOAT's champion.
Oh my god. He takes you out, and he's got a pen there, probably about 3 goats in it. But like, it's a bit weird because like this pen is probably gonna fit about 7. But there's only 3. Here. This is where it was.
Hrugguhl's gonna start looking around for blood, feathers,
Yep.
anything like that.
Well then, roll me perception.
17.
Yep. So you do find some, because obviously with the hay that they sort of use as their sort of bed, it all kind of moves around. But you actually do manage to see some sort of underneath, like patches of it. So you can sweep it all away, and you'll see a proper patch of the sort of blood and feathers in there. The feathers are nowhere near as big as the ones you dealt with before, because these are like sort of more on the under part where they're a bit shorter. But you definitely see the blood.
The blood looks like normal blood.
Yes. Yeah, it's like normal red blood.
Does it sort of trail off in a direction?
So you can tell that it sort of splattered off into the northeast. Obviously, if you want to start investigating that way to see if it dropped any more blood, you can do.
Yeah.
But at least from where you are, you can kind of clearly see there's like a main splash of blood there, which based on what he's told you, you can surmise that's where like the impact went. And then, what did you roll again?
It was 17.
Yeah, so and you can obviously see that again. There's like a streak line going off in a corner where again it's probably just like scarpered off, and it did so pretty. Like what he said kind of matches up. Like it did it pretty fast.
It's a good clean hit.
Well, chop all that wood, you get good.
Impressive traps, by the way.
Ah, thank you. Might have to try harder though if you got round them.
Yeah, we got around every single one of them.
Yes, you don't have to replace any, apart from maybe a deer trap near the beginning.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. To be fair, I need
We
to.
set it off with a stick, isn't that right, Thordas?
Yes.
Why would you do? Okay, sure. Actually, I need to go do that.
I just balance on one leg to try and cover it.
I need to go out and replace some of those. Actually, it's been a while. Been a bit overdue.
Oh, there is also the pit trap. There's something in there.
It's a few.
It's fine. Well, that's what it's for. If it didn't have anything in them, I'd be a little bit more worried.
Can I have the feather?
Okay.
There's more on the floor.
I will
Oh,
pick
Harold's
one
not
up.
Harold's not picked it up. He's just looking at it.
Okay, I will pick a feather up. I'll grab the pearl. What I
Okay.
did before. Spin it around. Ritually casting. You'll comprehend.
Yep.
I've-
So-
I've-
Obviously, when you cast this, again, you can feel that there was magic there, but because it's not attached to the body,
Damn it.
you don't. It's just petered off.
Mm.
But again, you do. I mean, considering it's such a small feather and it happened yesterday, the fact that you're still feeling even any kind of magical residue is pretty telling in itself. Potentially, like the strength of magic that's probably affecting the main creature.
There's no innate properties left on the feather. It's
No,
kind of like
at this point, it's
removed,
just
everything
At
is-
this point, it's just like a normal feather. You would have probably just assumed it came from just a big ostrich or something. You wouldn't have thought necessarily it came from that kind of creature because I think it's white, just normal white, because it came from the underside.
Other than the bird, anything strange?
I mean, the mask that was fucking weird.
And
But
look
any-
like this, right?
And I just quickly magia facile as I spin on my hand the mask, and I just want to clarify it definitely looks like that.
So
The one
is it
we
based
saw.
on what you saw last time? Is
Based,
that what you...
based on so first I'm going to show based on what we saw in the dream.
Okay. So that one is in colors.
And then I'm going to do again and show the one that we saw on the bird.
Yeah, that one.
And he had no recognition on the first one at all.
No, it just kind of said, well, I mean, obviously it's got the same colors, but otherwise,
Yeah.
And any other masked creatures, more or less creatures trying to get in than normal?
well, I mean, things are always trying to get in, this.
Yeah.
But no. To be fair, I haven't gone changing traps recently, so I need to go check that out. Really, I've been a bit preoccupied, between sheltering my my livestock. Been a bit busy to build the traps and everything that I need. So then Agata will pipe up. So I heard your meat's good. Can I eat some? Can I try some? Well, guess you heard right. Yes. I got the best meat in all of Crisia. I'll be the judge of that. Well,
It's black.
tell you what. You kill this creature, I'll treat you to a meal. You can see how good my stuff is.
That actually sounds really, really nice. That would be lovely. Yes, let's see.
Excellent. So, anything else you need from me? Oh, if you can, get my X back.
Of
While
course.
you're at it.
Is it just you here? Who else is here?
No, just me.
You and the animals.
And I'm not sure if I would have gauged it looking around. So what's left? He's got.
So he's got 2 cows, 3 goats, and 2 sheep.
Ooh.
So, and again, like all those enclosures are like should be able to fit easily more than double that number. But that's all he really kind of has. He only has those. Oh, and chickens. Sorry, he's got chickens, but they're all enclosed away. So unless you kind of specifically, they're harder to see because they're not in like open things. But yeah, but that's pretty much all he's really looking after, from what you can tell.
If we go
I mean,
northeast, are there more of your traps out there?
Yes, but you know,
Screw-
you dodge the other ones. I'm sure you'll manage. You're trackers. I'm sure trackers aren't going to fall for simple traps like mine.
Yeah, who's gonna be stupid enough to fall for traps like that?
Thordas, too heavy. Too heavy.
No.
No,
No.
not heavy enough. I crit failed on my deception check, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, he just like, sure, buddy.
Though it might be convenient to get a heads up. Is there what particularly is down there? Anything that might help us spot it?
I mean, tripwires, pressure plates, bear traps. You know,
Okay.
if they were the same, it wouldn't be effective. Got to put variety out there.
Okay.
That is a fair point. Mix it up a little bit.
In that case, we'll have a chat and plan out our next moves, and we'll come back to you. Thank you very much for your help.
Before we go, Stug, how would you feel if we set the trap for the beast here? Would you rather we avoid the barn entirely for the encounter? Or are you okay if that is the means to the end?
If you can give me a plan, I don't really want to just sacrifice another one of my animals for nothing.
Of course.
But if you come with me with a solid plan, then sure, I can put one of the cows out.
I think our main plan is that, and I point to Thordas, is that actually he is going to be the bait. So hopefully none of your livestock have to be involved.
Moo.
Do you have any spare wool?
I suppose we could. I suppose we could paint him. I don't think he's too big to be a sheep.
No, it's not. Thordas, you're not meant to be a cow or a sheep. He said this creature has seen you before.
Well, he's never come from me. He's only come from my livestock.
When you stabbed him with the axe, that was the last time you saw him, correct?
Yes.
So he has not been back since you stabbed him with the axe.
No, but that was yesterday.
Right. There is the possibility he may come for you now.
Huh. Didn't really think of that.
Not many people do.
Well, all the better for you to find this thing and kill it, I guess.
See. Doug, you've been very helpful. As my friend said, we shall be off and start planning and seeing what we can find out.
Cool. I'll be inside.
See,
And he goes-
lock your doors.
They are anyway, but okay. He'll go back inside basically. Oh, leave my cows alone. Pointing to you, Hrugguhl.
I'll give a nod.
When he leaves, I just lean over to Hrugguhl.
He didn't say anything about the sheep.
The tracks, there's some blood splatters leading that way. I might be able to track them. But it may be a long way. Or we could try and face it here.
We have a day's head start. We either start planning a trap, or we see if we can track it down before it takes flight again. If we can find it in its home, it may be more eager to stay and defend it.
But we have no idea how far it is.
We do not, and it flies fast.
And at least we know if it comes, even though it flies fast, if it comes here every other day, it's potentially the journey is minimum day and a half, 2 days for us if we walk, depending on how far we use.
We're able
Oh,
to
yeah.
figure out.
Are we willing to sacrifice a couple of hours searching this blood trail?
Do you want to go through more traps to try?
With your eyes, yes. My eyes, definitely not.
You're very quiet, Astra. Agata.
Let's take it where it sleeps.
Same.
Hmm.
It's worth a shot just to see if we can get any closer.
So,
I wouldn't complain. We're most likely. It's probably best we find the beast where it lives than where it hunts. Because where it hunts, the senses will be up. While at home, his senses and defenses will be lowered.
Senor Sturg has already lost much. I would wish to not possibly sacrifice his home in a fray.
Frog's going to bend over and have a sniff and look over the blood as much as he can.
Sniff. What are you trying to glean from the smell?
Try and learn the smell.
Okay. Alright. Sure. I don't think you can...
Just gain full power of all his senses as he's going to keep on trying to
You're
get.
gonna give it a lick as well? So what's, how far...
When he
Yeah,
goes when he goes to smell it, can I use as I'm calling it, magia facile, which is just prestidigitation, to use a sensory effect, which is harmless, but just make it just really pongy. Like I'm talking like absolutely disgusting smell around that blood for the minute he goes down to sniff it. And I'm just trying to do it like really nonchalantly.
You've got its verbal and somatic components, so I'm probably going to figure it out.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is
Yeah,
that.
you better hear him cast it.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you death stares.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was making it better. Carry on.
Do you want it to track it?
I'm sorry. I just thought I
Do you want to lead the way when we go through the traps?
Hrugguhl. It was just a game. Relax.
It's funny.
Agata liked it.
My eye fixes on you a little bit longer, and then I go for having another smell.
Alright. Roll, I guess,
And then
survival? Let's see
Yeah.
see if you can, I guess, pick up the scent. I mean, you're not trained for this. You're not a dog,
No.
right? So
Here's a bear.
I am quite weird.
yeah, but you don't like. You don't like have feet that's got
19.
sort of thing. I mean, you can pick up that it smells funky. Obviously, it's blood from a,
Okay.
Whether you're necessarily going to be able to like pick it up in the wind, I doubt it. But if you found another blood patch, you can probably be able to identify whether it's the same or not.
I keep going. And then we
Okay.
start.
So you're going to
Slowly
start
and carefully because of the trap.
Yeah. So you're going to carry on going northeast. Don't worry, I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
going to make you
following.
roll for the traps anymore.
Oh, you don't? Oh, thank God.
Because you know what you're looking for, and I don't want to sit here spending, rolling God knows how many, checks. Because I know you know what you're looking for, and he's told you the kind of traps that he's got, so you know what to expect. As you get sort of halfway through the sort of trap area, you will kind of see another patch. Again, it's like sort of feathers and blood, which when you smell, it does smell the same. So it looks like you're going in the right direction. I think because you've got all this overhanging trees, you're not finding as many blood patches on the floor. But eventually, when you kind of come out of the tree line and you end up sort of more open fields, or the certain the various clearings, you're seeing more blood stains sort of dropping along They're probably about a good 100 feet apart from one another.
The good thing about birds is they fly in a straight line.
Yeah, exactly, they do. You're getting less and less feathers in each one, but you obviously still are getting blood splatters as they're sort of dripping down. That's a handy thing of having a gargantuan creature that has a lot of blood. Yeah, you could in theory keep following it. There's enough there to keep following it. The question really boils down to how long are you going to keep following it for?
How
So,
would you know how fresh the blood is? I know it's got to be a day old.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, it is a day old, right? So,
yeah.
And they're all as fresh as each other, so it's all
Yeah.
part of the same string of.
Could we gauge if it's slowing down based on the gap between drops?
Okay, that's an interesting one. Can you roll me, or someone roll me nature survival, investigation again? I'll take. I like to give you options.
I can have a go.
Investigation.
Who is this?
Whoever's trying to figure out that answer to that question.
I would assist Hrugguhl with you as well.
I was going to say, if it's survival, I feel like Hrugguhl's got the best.
And
Yeah, I would help him out.
And with that,
And you will have the greatest tracking of a wolf. See if you can track this down and how fast it is going.
as a green spectral wolf runs around my shoulder, down my arm, up to you, and basically perches next to your feet.
24 without the d6.
Oh.
Hey, so
Pretty good.
this is a very interesting scenario because, I mean, you don't know how fast this bird can necessarily fly. I mean, you can kind of gauge what you assume it could fly. But you do the sort of the math in your head, and it doesn't. For some, how fast you would expect it to fly, you would think that these would be further apart. So even though it tried to get out there as fast as it could, judging just from the blood stains, it probably isn't going as fast as it probably could have done, for whatever reason.
It's slowed. Either it's more frail than it looks, or it's getting near the edge. I have a look. Does it look like there's anything nearby it could possibly have stopped at within eyesight of where we are?
The only thing really that affected it was that it's got an axe planted in it.
Yeah.
Astra, good Faye. Just in a straight line.
Sure, let's we're assuming that it's going on a straight line from. We'll just take a few steps and that. Yeah, so
if the blood spray is going sort of a certain way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's heading in this direction. We're happy for this direction. There's a lot of deviation that can happen in this cone.
Let's keep going. Yeah, just do as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, Faye, let's get some etoffe and go.
So what's the plan here? Is it just gonna dash in that line until it finds something, or are you gonna make it go from a certain distance?
Well,
I guess we'll keep walking behind it.
Yeah,
it can move 60 feet. Its flying speed is 60 feet.
Yeah, so
if it dashed, it could move. Yeah, it could. If it dashed, it could move pretty quick.
I think I want to stay within 100 feet of it, so it's because then I can then look with its eyes at the same time, so I can.
I guess the only issue with that is that it's limited to our speed once it gets 100 foot away.
That's fine. We're trying to track it, and so if we can get a better idea of, because if we know, okay, we've basically got 100 feet buffer ahead of us to know which direction we're going.
That's
Then
true.
it can give us a chance to stop, actually plan stuff out, do stuff we need to do,
If we know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
So
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So we'll just keep traveling.
yeah, so
Are you
yeah, so it will stay. It will be 100 feet ahead of us, basically, and I can pop into it to check every now and again. But the idea is that it's trying to follow the same trail that we are.
So, what I'll point out is it's been about an hour since you left the farm.
Hmm.
You're hitting 4 p.m. How long are you going to keep searching for? Until you find it?
Do we have any idea what time it strikes tomorrow morning?
we
Evening.
did not
Did not
ask.
Did not ask.
What do we want to do?
We've got there's no indication we're any closer. Is it? We're just as it stands. We've traveled for
As
an
it
hour.
stands, you have no idea, yeah. Because obviously you still see the blood. And you're in like you're in the open bit now, which is why you can see them every sort of 100 feet. They keep going. So, from as far as you can see.
What does Faye see in terms of that much higher up? What's in that line, roughly?
Roll. Go and give me a perception then, Former.
How high up is Faye?
She's 100 feet ahead of us.
Yeah, so.
Oh shit! So yeah, out of my bardic inspiration range, basically.
16.
So the thing that's obviously that's quite obvious that is sort of ahead of you is you have what seems to be a mountain that's kind of imploded somewhat. That's crashed into itself. That has got sort of water flowing out of it, like a stream of water. Sort of near it, you've got a lot of like clear water streams.
How long would it take us to get there? How far away?
Probably about 4 hours from where you are.
And that gets us to 8 p.m. That's not too bad.
We're gonna have to sleep
It
at
can't
some
see-
point.
It can't see the creature. I'll point that because you got
Yeah,
what 6?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
you can't see the creature.
That's fine. That's not. We're trying.
We're talking about outlines like that because obviously for that kind of distance, you're talking about you know.
That's fine. Yeah, we're trying to gauge what's in that area and.
Yeah.
So we.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
okay,
gargantuan creature's got to sleep somewhere.
Okay, we gotta decide. It's gonna take a while to get over there, to that mountain, and investigate.
Once the sun goes down, tracking this blood's gonna get harder.
Well, we're gonna make a beeline for this mountain. Let's be real.
Bearing in mind, obviously, you've been traveling at a normal pace for an hour, and it's 4 hours if you take a normal pace. If you decide to gun it, you'll do it in half that. But obviously, it'll be harder to track because you'll get disadvantage to your perception checks. And
But
survival
the
checks.
owl's faster, so it wouldn't get disadvantage
Potentially.
because it's
Yeah.
It would fly.
But then it would be the owl
60
survival.
Pardon?
Then we use the owl survival.
Yeah, you would, yeah.
Well, it's perception.
Yeah,
And it can see in the dark.
perception survival.
Um,
So yeah, if you want to go that route, you can.
So yeah, so we can gun it for the man, and hopefully Faye can keep us on track. That is definitely the case, and get there soon. And then what? We gotta then rest up. Gotta try to catch our breath, and then try and find the thing to then take it down. We happy with this. We're committing to this. Otherwise, we're leaving a man and his farm undefended.
We've come this far. Might as well go all the way.
Go
Might
on.
as well keep moving, and while moving, we should really talk about the plan of execution.
Okay, we've got 2 whole hogs. Hrugguhl, you whole hog?
It's cleaner doing it here. I'm game.
Whole hog. Right, let's go whole hog. And right, let's get running.
All right. So the plan is to go running with the owl doing perceptions for the blood trail, right?
Hrugguhl also attempt, but obviously will struggle with disadvantage. But he'll still attempt.
Can you roll those for me? Because if you, I'm not going to say you won't be able to get there, but if the roll's bad, it will take you longer
Why would it take us longer?
because you get lost and then find the path again.
We're following the owl.
Yeah, but the owl doesn't see it because it's trying to do perception because its perception's low. But he doesn't get disadvantage. The owl doesn't get disadvantage. So
The
you're
owl's
right.
passive perception is 15. That's pretty good.
Who are you giving the subroutine to, me or the owl?
I can't touch the owl, so
Ned?
And then you still got that bardic.
21.
On disadvantage.
With disadvantage, it was 18 and a 13.
Yeah,
Why can't
no,
I get your sort of rolls?
Yeah, no, you do that without any issue
No.
whatsoever.
No, I am
so-
starting to regret not special expertise in survival rather than stuff.
So
You did. Don't forget, you did have the wolf.
Yeah, no, I didn't need it.
So you are between you and the owl. You are perfectly capable of beelining this without any issue. And also, both of you doing it are able to sort of keep an eye out for ongoing external threats as well. So sometimes you sort of veer off to go around creature gatherings and so on and so forth, while still maintaining. So you'll see the creature, the owl keep an eye on the blood, you reconvene, that kind of ordeal. So good pair work between you and the owl, even though it ignored you earlier. So
Correct.
as you get closer though, you do hear that squawk from before. So you hear the creature before you see it. So the question is, what do you do with that?
How long has it been since we rested?
Since last night,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so we could go.
Since the guild, right? I think the last time you rested was the guild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have long rested, technically, since then.
Yeah,
Obviously,
so
you need to do an
we'd be
overnight
alright
rest.
to go at it now.
In theory, you've got 2 out. You're easy fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got loads of time. Because technically,
Do-
you'd be 8 a.m. tomorrow. You'd get exhaustion.
How long is it till sundown?
It's getting dark now. About 6 p.m. Right? So I think that's when it starts getting dark.
Once
Do we
you
wanna-
find the creature, it will not matter if it is dark.
But it's
Do we
okay for
wanna-
the moment. It's obviously,
Yeah.
you're okay for the moment. So
Do we want to go for it?
Whole hog.
okay.
So
So-
we don't know when. We don't know when it's going to leave.
We've committed now.
So what I'll do.
So our plan is we go with the boas, try and trap it
Well,
down and kill it.
we'll take our cold resistance potions first.
Can we wait until we have it in sight?
But
Agreed.
we
Just in
know,
case it takes us.
yes, then we know it's nearby. We're ready for it.
Because
think-
your potions you can take as a bonus as well, because I think that applies to every potion. So-
It takes an. They only last so long. I'd rather be convinced we're actually going to be fighting it. It's not going to just run away before we lose that.
Yeah, I can see what
That's
Faye
fine.
can do in Scout.
So we'll get Faye to do the scout.
I think right now Thordas is just trying to keep sort of a cool head.
Hrugguhl
He
drawing
has
his
sort of
bow.
the boas on his on the shoulders, sort of just readying himself. He's trying to keep himself in a calm mind.
So
Cool.
this is what your owl sees. So
That's fucking cool.
So cool.
each ring here, so like this ring here
hmm
and this ring here are a raised piece of ground,
How raised?
about 10 foot. Because so the water is rolling down, hitting this little piece of water, sort of pool of water, and as you can see, it's like little down here and here. There's like little waterfalls, not very high, obviously, of water streaming down and again streaming down here, which is sort of then goes off in various places. You can it can clearly see the creature, and it still has the axe in it, for sure. So the axe is still in there. It's yeah. I'll go as far as that actually. And it's obviously got the feathers around it have all kind of disappeared. You kind of just see sort of like that pale skin underneath.
What's it doing?
Every time it tries to sort of take it out, it like almost squirms and it can't. Whenever it tries to take the axe out. But that's what it's kind of doing at the moment. It's trying to sort of nurse itself as best it can, but it's really struggling to.
Can't pull the axe out. I feel like there's something about that.
I think it out of game. I think it might be something to do because I think an axe is slashing, so it might be something to do with slashing.
But that's what
Some
your owl
martial
sees.
axe.
That's what your owl sees, and obviously then it comes back to you to relay that information.
Did it see any eggs?
I wonder if I should get it to roll perception for that.
You tell me
Uh,
now. Tell me
let's
now. Are we
roll-
killing babies?
Let's roll perception. Let's go for it. Let's see how much of it sees. It's a big creature, so it's hard to see past it.
18.
There aren't eggs. It's worse.
Shit.
It's got baby versions of itself.
That's why it's getting
With
more food.
masks?
No, but they are going to town on a goat.
Oh, yep, knew it.
Okay.
Okay, it's not asleep.
That's probably why it's weaker around that area.
But there's young.
Good, that
Young-
means it'll stay.
The young don't have a mask, though.
Old enough to fly?
No.
These are shit like fresh.
Good.
Okay,
We've
so
got our
that's-
bait.
okay, so it's probably
Oh.
okay.
Doing its darnest thing to be a parent.
So what we are saying here is because this creature is feeding its young, we have to completely kill all of them? Is that what we're saying here?
Well,
You were willing to kill a man the other day. We can kill some birds now.
it can keep you as a pet, Sebastian.
The man was a kindness to the man. This is taking a mother away from children.
Or father. The parent.
Oh, father.
Yes, but then think if the creature grows to that size,
Yeah,
These things are
the
corrupted.
babies would do the same.
are
It's a
the...
monster at the end. It's a monster at the end of the day. Those little ones will just grow to be vicious beasts that take more and more and more.
Are
This
the
is what we
little-
signed
yeah.
up for, boy.
Unless this is gonna sound really dumb and really stupid. We capture one.
Nothing to do with a pet.
Are the rest, like, are the children,
We
like,
ride one into battle.
gargantuan-esque as well?
No.
Or but
So
they're
they
not...
probably.
But like
So the bit- so
relative
what's the-
size, right? Is it
Yeah, so
obviously
what's
not
a- what's
gargantuan,
a-
but they
Yeah, yeah,
think they would
what's-
grow into what it is.
Yeah, realistically, it would grow to that size. So I'm just trying to find out what a dragon wormling is. I think it's small, medium,
Like
Yeah, I think it's
meaty?
medium.
because it's basically that kind of medium. So it's the mediums, like the young are medium. So they're big as you, these kids. But they are very, they are very newborn chick. Like these things, if
Thing is,
you
if
wanted
we
it-
gotta
if you-
kill
they
the
are
mother,
gonna-
the babies won't survive on their own.
that they
No.
won't fight, they are not going to be able to fight back.
No.
At all. The babies, like they can't, like I said, they can't fly, they can't hunt. Like it has to chew their food up for them. Like it or sort of, well, it can't chew because of the mask, but it has to rip them up and sort of,
We
tear
don't.
bits off.
It's important that we don't kill the children, because once the children are get dead, the parent will have a reason to stay. Parent first.
And then we'll talk about the little ones. So how far
Then
is
we
it
kill the
from
little
what the
ones.
owl saw back to us? How far
And the young
a
ones
journey is
too.
that?
So it's probably not going to take you very long to get there. You're probably looking about 15-20 minutes. You're not that, you're safe enough that you're not going to be spotted unless it flies in your direction. But you're relatively safe.
Do we see a way to approach it? Does the
From-
owl see a way we could approach?
Because you're basically at the base of the mountain. So like this area back here, I know it's green, but this is at the base of the mountain, and the water is sort of flowing down this way. So you can't really come at it from behind. Like you're gonna have to kind of approach the mountain. And unfortunately, because it's like on two sets of raised panels.
So there's not really a way to sneak up to it.
I mean, obviously you can try, because you can try going down there. The danger you've got, which is a shame that you didn't go for a flying idea, is that you're going to have to go through water. It's going to make noise. I mean, I suppose you could try to stealth it. It'd be hard to try and sneak through water without making any splashing sounds.
If it's got the younglings, it won't run.
And realistically, I need to get within 30 feet of it to be able to throw my bow as effectively.
Yeah, this map is
distance
should
accurate.
be. Yeah, because like it's about 10 foot on these things. So yeah, it's about right. It's got gargantuan creature.
So for me to get within 30 feet of it, is either
realistically, you're probably looking at getting on its platform.
Yeah.
Realistically, because again, even if you were down on this middle layer, you wouldn't get the angle.
No.
So you are going to have to be on the same layer as it.
Well, we could draw it to us, right?
Or you could draw it to you. I mean, obviously, you were talking about how you were getting it hunting flying creatures on the mountain. Bait was obviously your biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's
And obviously, the other thing you have to bear in mind is obviously for creatures generally, obviously, demon spawn adds a whole separate mix to this. Is if creatures feel that their youngs are in danger, they tend to go on the offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So with it potentially being threatened by me, it could be a thing I could just like go out willy-nilly and be sort of the bait, while the others close by would then be able to come in and provide support once it's at me.
Well, once it's at you, it should be close enough for you to
Yeah.
bolla.
Yeah, and you can obviously prepare an action to do it while it's on its way as well, so that will help.
Yeah.
To get an extra one in. Because for you and the bowlers, like, the amount you can throw out is going to be the biggest factor.
Though you're going to be able to struggle to throw them when it's right on top of you.
But then in that instance, you're using it as a whip almost.
Yeah, it pretty much
hold one end and just because it's a chain with balls on either side. So you could in theory just hold one ball side and just like whack it around and it will just like wrap away.
Yeah.
So even if it's close to you, you shouldn't have an issue. You just don't throw it. You just attack it.
Yeah, it's because Thordas would have the night before he would have took his long rest, he would have practiced both range and close range with it. So
which I'm happy for. Like I'm happy to make you proficient in that weapon without much of an issue. So that's okay.
But yeah, Thordas is confident.
So you walk in, the rest of us try and sneak in and draw it to you.
Well,
I would.
I think we can't split. That's the thing.
I won't be far along. I will literally be probably about. I will be close to you guys, but once we get to the edge of where is potential sight could see, that's when I'll be about 20 to 25 feet further ahead. I will not go too far away from you guys.
Well, why don't we just go in hooting and hollering and just see if it comes at us? And then it comes at us, we can start checking the bolus at it, and then just start whacking it some.
I think that's a fair point. Astra's right. If we might as well stay as a group.
I mean,
if it attacks all of us together, if we try to go separately, and then one of us is not too quiet, and then it goes after one of us, Thordas is no longer in range to use the bolus.
Fair
But
enough.
if we are a tight-knit group, he has a better chance no matter who it attacks.
And also,
We're
like,
going in then.
it's either gonna defend its kids and stay in its nest, and just go "Hey" at us, or it'll come at us and try and take us out. So either way,
We'll stay.
well, stay where it is, but we're getting close to her anyway. Great news.
Mhm.
Thordas can kind of start chucking early, or we start doing our thing, and it comes at us, and then we can again Thordas can start chucking at it sooner, and we get to start hitting on it sooner too.
Okay,
Be
let's
close by
go.
to hit it with my glaive anyway.
As we begin to walk up, I just get alongside Hrugguhl, and I poke him, and I just say,
Do not forget who you are. We have to consider everything. That is a child. That is children and a parent. No different to your parents and you. We do this at a cost. We do this to save lives. But there is a cost we should still be aware of, and that is what makes us more humane than the creature. Don't forget it. You didn't forget it last time, don't forget it now.
Do not lecture me on children, boy. And I just
Next-
hard stare and then keep going.
Yeah. Next time on Tracas of Crisia, what was that nerve that was just struck? And how will it go fighting this winged beast? Let's find out next time on Tracas of Crisia.